God Lowdown here. Lately we've been talking about the universe and the origins of our universe. And I've been making the case that the universe had a finite beginning, which was the Big Bang. Now, this is something that most scientists now agree on. And since it had a finite beginning, I've argued that it required a cause. It isn't feasible or probable that the universe would simply appear spontaneously out of nothing.
Another YouTube creation is going on about the cosmological argument. I thought we laid that one to rest, but if you can trust anything in this world, it's that no matter how many times you play whack-a-mole with these dodgy creationist types, they always seem to bounce back. Well, their particular argument is as follows. Point 1. Every finite and contingent being has a cause. Point 2. A causal loop cannot exist. Point 3. A causal chain cannot be of infinite length. Point 4. Therefore, a first cause, or rather something that is not an effect, must exist. According to the Cosmological Argument's Wikipedia page, there is an addendum in light of the Big Bang Theory. It reads, in light of the Big Bang Theory, a stylized version of argument has emerged, sometimes called the Cosmological Argument, or however you pronounce that, the following form of which has been set forth by William Lane Craig. Point 1. Whatever begins to exist has a cause. Point 2. The universe began to exist. Point 3. Therefore, the universe has a cause. In other words, all existent things have a cause. And since the universe apparently exists, it apparently has a cause too. The fundamental logic is this. Everything existent must have something that brought it into being. In other words, nothing is made from nothing. This would violate the law of the conservation of energy, and because by Einstein we know energy is basically the same thing as maths, it would violate the law of the conservation of matter. But there are problems with this argument, something this particular philosophical illiterate didn't pick up on. The counter-argument goes like this. Point 1. God exists. Point 2. One of the qualities of a universal creator / creator of the universe is that he's not caused. Point 3. All things that exist have a cause. Point 4. Therefore, God has a cause. Point 5. That last statement contradicts statement 2 in that one of the qualities of universal creator is that he's not caused. Point 6. Therefore, God cannot be the creator of the universe. In other words, the instant you assume that God exists, you are forced to conclude that either A, he did not create the universe, B, that God must be caused, meaning that he's not God at all, or even that C, God doesn't exist in the first place. Pick one. Either way, you're screwed. Now, this objection doesn't go far in proving one way or other what exactly caused the Big Bang. Ultimately, that's left to science. As for exactly what science says, that's where it gets complex. The creationists got one thing right. Almost all modern research astronomers accept the notion of the Big Bang as part of the start of the universe, mostly based on observation by the renowned astronomer Edwin Hubble. He noted that all bodies in space past our own galaxy are moving away from each other, that everything visible is redshifted due to the Doppler effect. Subsequent science has also found that not only are objects moving away from each other, but objects are moving at a faster increasing rate, giving rise to the theory of dark energy. Now, there are a few theories of what exactly caused the Big Bang in the first place. The first is that the force of gravity will eventually equally oppose the force causing the expansion of the universe, basically making the entire universe fall back into a singularity and presumably another Big Bang. What this means for our universe is that we are in a never-ending, always-existent cycle of Big Bangs and Big Crunches. The universe will always exist, and as a logical extension, has always existed. This theory isn't backed up by current data, however, which, as I mentioned above, concludes that the universe is indeed expanding faster and faster under the forces of a mysterious substance known as dark matter. Generally, scientists no longer put a great deal of weight in this Big Crunch hypothesis. An alternate, more intriguing hypothesis was born out of research into string theory. Mostly because I have no real clue as to what this theory actually does, I will be quoting the article on M-theory verbatim from its Wikipedia page. Quote, In M-theory, our universe and others are created by collisions between p-branes in a space with 11 and 26 dimensions. The number of dimensions depends on the chirality, whatever that means, of the observer. Each universe takes the form of a d-brane. Objects in each universe are essentially confined to the d-brane of their universe, but may be able to interact with other universes via gravity, a force which is not restricted to the d-branes. This is unlike the universe in the quantum multiverse, but both concepts can operate at the same time." Unquote. Essentially, two membranes of strings, that is, the smallest bits of matter that are vibrating strings of energy, collide, causing many, many big bangs. Our universe is just the result of one of such collisions. Now, as to what caused those strings, I have no idea, and I suspect no one else has a definitive answer either. But at least it explains where our particular universe comes from. So you see, God lowdown is both logically and factually incorrect. Not only does God not serve as a reasonable answer to the cosmological question, even if we were to assume God's existence, we would only be forced to conclude that he really didn't play any part in the act of creating anything. Not only that, but scientists have developed reasonable theories that can at least partially explain the origins of the universe. Sorry, GLD, we win this time.